Chatsworth, a house of 175 rooms.
It looks like it's the best we've ever got it.
Surrounded by 1,000 acres of parkland.
Here come the sheep.
For 500 years, the beating heart of Derbyshire's Peak District. And for 16 generations, one family's home.
What are you eating? Dill?
Yes, it's spriggy stuff.
Every year, the Duke and Duchess of Devonshire welcome 600,000 paying visitors to this, their private kingdom.
Well, there's no place like Chatsworth. It's a little corner of heaven.
But 2020 would prove to be a year like no other. This is the story of how one of England's greatest institutions
It's increasingly complex, very fast-moving.
would battle an unprecedented 12 months.
So we needed one.
Hang on, I thought we were not opening.
There are people jumping out trees into the river.
To create new dawns and opportunities.
It's your delivery from the farm shop for you.
Through 4 seasons, this unique corner of Britain
Us British, keep calm and carry on.
reflected the bulldog spirit.
This is it, they're coming in. We've done it.
Well, I am relieved, but I knew we'd get there.
This really is an exceptional effort.
And triumphed in the face of adversity.
We almost look like we know what we're doing.
Chatsworth's 105 acres of manicured gardens are enjoying an Indian summer. They may not look like a natural habitat for wildlife, but 4 years ago, a startling discovery revealed a rare indigenous species living in the ornate waterworks.
We think this canal pond is one of the hot spots for them in the garden, so obviously we want to see if it's still the case.
Head gardener Steve has invited ecological consultants Jonathan and Michelle to survey the estate's population of white claw crayfish.
Well, let's put the first 5 in here and then...
Fine.
They hope that baited traps, left overnight, will confirm whether these freshwater, lobster-like crustaceans are still calling Chatsworth home.
It's not that deep, because you can still see the top on that one.
It's very important that we look after the white claw crayfish because they're indigenous.
And they're endangered too, aren't they?
And endangered.
There's less and less of them.
Yes, conservation and wildlife is so important here. We're both adamant about it, aren't we?
Yeah, I think it's something that we've become more alert to, like a lot of other people.
That's it, we're finished here. Yeah, all traps are in. We'll leave them overnight and see you back here at 8:30 in the morning. Brilliant.
But when the team return, early next morning,
Nothing in that one.
No, bait's still in there as well. So that one was quite uneventful, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I expected to
See them full.
see them full, so...
Yeah.
the Duchess arrives to check the morning's catch.
Morning, Duchess.
Morning, Steve.
Slightly wet
Morning,
underfoot.
everybody.
Morning.
How are you?
Any luck yet?
Not yet, no.
No.
Oh. Oh
Right.
dear. How many have you pulled out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 and 4 more down there we've
Good.
looked at.
Yeah.
So
Let's
we've got
hope.
another 10 or 11 traps to have a
Oh,
look
good.
at.
So there's a good chance we'll
Fingers
find something.
crossed.
Yeah.
Because we know they're there.
They certainly were, and it's a bit worrying that we haven't found any to date.
Very disappointing. It really is, because we've seen them. And
Yes.
I hope maybe one of the other traps might have something.
Yeah.
Steve, let me
Yes,
know
I
if
will.
there is
Definitely.
something, because I'm sure they're there somewhere.
They are, I'm sure.
Thank you. Bye.
Empty traps are a worrying sign. Could Chatsworth's British white claws have fallen victim to their big, bad cousins? The American signal crayfish.
We got a few in.
Just 200 yards away, the River Derwent is crawling with this invasive species, which spreads disease and outcompetes its smaller, less aggressive indigenous cousin. Riverkeeper Matt has trapped 250,000 signals in the last 5 years alone.
You can walk across land for 1.5 miles to recolonise a little pond. They'll eat anything in the river, even the weed. If you've got a small river, they'll strip it bare of life.
The crayfish are not the only treasures under threat at Chatsworth. The library was created by the 6th Duke in the mid-19th century. It houses over 30,000 of the nation's rarest books. But not all is what it seems.
Well, this is the fake bookcase, and it leads up to the gallery. So it's a secret staircase that goes up to the gallery, which is rather lovely. And we've got all these fake book titles, like Knick-Knacks, Paddywhack, Jellies and Blancmanges by Somerset. That's a good one. Intuition by Ivor Hunch. The Endless Road by Wonderfar. It's really sweet.
Many of the spoof book titles were dreamt up by friends of the Cavendish family. The 6th Duke protected this precious book collection with ornate velvet curtains.
Are you ready for the tassel?
Yeah.
Today, they're showing their age. Seamstress Marie and textiles assistant Olivia must preserve them for future generations.
Okay.
Each curtain has to be taken down very, very carefully.
They're just normal curtain hooks, and hoping that when I get the last one off, it doesn't just go flying, because it weighs a ton. So it's coming, it's all detached now, Olivia.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
got it?
Yeah.
Are you secure?
Yeah.
I've got it.
It's sort of boxed in, I can't really... if we thread it through this top bit, it should fit.
I don't know, no, I'm not happy about that, Olivia. They're too close together, these rungs. Ah!
I've got it, I've got it.
It's knowing what to do with it now.
I can lower it down.
Woo! Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the next bit.
The final 2 meters leave them with few options.
It doesn't look too good, but
I don't like how that looks.
The 2 centuries-old curtain's unceremonial removal is just a small part of a marathon conservation project. The curtain will head back to the sewing room, where the real work begins.
It's not ideal, was it?
No.
Outside, Steve and the team have not yet given up their hunt for the elusive white-claw crayfish. But they're down to their last set of traps, left in the most unlikely of places, the Cascades overflow pond in the busiest part of the garden.
Oh, we have something in this one.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Isn't that typical?
Yeah.
Exactly where we didn't think they would be. Always the way.
Yeah.
It may be an unlikely place to find them, but the white-claw population is still afloat.
They look like females to me, actually. I know they will nip you and it will hurt a little bit, but they're not really aggressive.
Steve shares the good news with the Duchess.
Just to let you know, we've just found 4 female crayfish in the bottom of the cascade. Should I send you some photos? OK, I will send you some photos.
All these little cages had been put out to catch them, and there weren't any, which is sad. But then I hear afterwards that they were found in the cascade. There were 4 of them, so thank goodness they're still here.
The hunt for the crayfish has come to an end, but in the sewing room, Marie's work on the library curtains is still in its early stages. There's centuries worth of damage to fix.
If you can imagine 200 years of people drawing the curtains back, putting the tie-backs round, It's created a lot of this wear here, which needs to be secured and fixed.
There are 8 pairs of curtains in the library, and each pair takes over 600 hours to conserve.
We are hoping to get this next pair finished and hung in time for the Christmas opening, but I don't want to skimp. We have to give it the attention that it deserves, and the Duchess wants to see them looking good, so no pressure.
There's a reason the conservation work is so time-consuming. Marie does it all by hand.
To hold the loose threads down, I'm doing a stitch which is basically a big thread that goes from one end of the damage to the other, and then you come back again on it to couch it, what's called couching it down.
Marie and the textile team are already 3 years into this project.
It's just almost like a form of meditation, really. I could do this all day, every day, and I'll probably have to to get it finished.
The 6th Duke was as extravagant in the garden as he was in the house, creating most of Chatsworth's world-famous water features.
I've never turned the fountain on, so it's always been a sort of ambition of mine ever since I've been here, so can I please turn it on?
Yeah, of course.
Head Forester John and Head Gardener Steve are on a measuring mission.
We've been wanting to test the height of the fountain for some time. It's perfect conditions just to see how high we can actually get it.
The Emperor Fountain is the most iconic feature of the 6th Duke's garden. It was designed to be the tallest in Europe at the time. Now Steve and John want to know just how high it really is.
Right, now
then, so I turn it.
So, yeah, anti-clockwise.
And this is
just
amazing.
nice and gently.
Look at that!
And there we are.
You can just feel the pressure of it.
Yeah. There's a lot of water you're holding back there.
Yeah, it's quite frightening, actually.
The fountain is powered by the lakes high above the estate. The pressure comes from a 122-metre drop and forcing the water through a 40-centimetre iron pipe.
Because we're going to try and get as high as possible, you can just keep on winding until it doesn't go any higher.
OK.
So, yeah, probably 50, 100 feet. Oh,
that is amazing. It's awesome. I'm feeling quite giddy with it all, actually. Look at that. That is incredible.
The Duke's head gardener, Joseph Paxton, claimed that this fountain could reach a height of 300 feet, around 90 metres.
That's fully open.
OK.
And that looks pretty impressive.
I reckon.
60, 65 metres?
No, not that big. 40. Should we find out?
John's brought along a useful bit of forestry kit.
Usually we stick this to a tree.
Yep.
It basically works on trigonometry. So we put that at 1.3 metres, so what I need you to do is to stand in line with the fountain.
Yep.
I'll go to the end where I can get a good view up to the top, and then I'll go and press a button, and it'll do some maths and tell me what the height is, I hope.
Wow. Very
so, yeah.
The fountain was constructed purely to impress Nicholas, Emperor of Russia, who was invited to Chatsworth in 1844. The Tsar failed to turn up, but it's been known as the Emperor Fountain ever since.
I feel like I'm a target here. The laser beam is coming this way.
And now we're going to go up to the top. What do you reckon, Steve?
I'd hope for at least 50, but...
You're going to be a little bit disappointed, not much. 46.9.
So we think about 140 feet, maybe?
153.8714, to be precise.
Not quite the 300 feet Paxton claimed for his masterpiece of Victorian engineering.
Originally, that was twice that height.
Maybe he was being a bit fanciful with the figures.
It's still pretty impressive, isn't it?
Oh, it's just stunning.
Chatsworth's deer, like the Cavendish family, have been in residence since the 1500s. There are over 500 head living wild across the estate.
The deer are very important to Chatsworth, and people love seeing them. They've been here forever, And there's two different breeds. There's the red deer, the large ones, and the fallow deer. And they look very attractive.
Head gamekeeper Steve is responsible for their management.
It's basically a big free-for-all, and it's survival of the strongest.
Autumn sees the rut. Every dawn, for 2 short autumn weeks, the stags and bucks of Chatsworth battle for supremacy, all to win mating rights over a harem of fertile females.
Actually, it's quite frightening. I mean, everybody has to be really careful because the stags become very possessive and strong. You know, they're big animals, and you don't want to be chased by one. So it's important to keep well away from the stags.
If you hear the noise of the stags, it'd be quite scary, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over there, we've got a medium-sized stag just holding a few hinds. I don't know how long he'll hold them for. He's not the biggest animal. Got another one in front of us here. Much, much bigger.
The smaller stag tries to lead his hinds away from his larger rival.
He's taking his ladies with him and see if he can hang on to them. But there's plenty of competition.
The stag appears to have a plan and keeps moving.
The dominant stag has taken the hinds into the wood, and he'll probably defend them from that fence line.
Most of the younger stags are left locking horns, battling it out to establish a pretender to take on the current king.
It's as simple as the strongest, most dominant, handsome male wins. Basic nature, I suppose. It's like Chesterfield on a Friday night at kick-out time, isn't it? Dominant male.
As the morning progresses, the deer quieten down, and the stags will bide their time until darkness descends again.
The final push.
But in the house, the library is a hive of activity. Marie has a newly conserved curtain ready to rehang.
It's 200 years old, so we don't want to overhandle it, but it is very, very heavy. With all its tassels on and everything, it's not the easiest thing to deal with.
Now this curtain has to shimmy up the 8-metre scaffold.
Yep, so getting the first hook in is always a fiddle. There it is. And then it always wants to pop out when you put the next one in. Exhausting. I just wish I was a bit taller. Last one, here we go. Yep.
The 6th Duke's curtain is finally back in its rightful place.
The hope is that this will preserve it for another 200 years. And yeah, the next seamstresses that come along to do conservation work on it will say what a brilliant job they did.
The library curtains are made from fabric recycled by the 6th Duke from walling cloth used elsewhere in the house. A rare money-saving scheme by this 19th century big spender. He left a detailed record of his many alterations at Chatsworth.
This is one of the volumes of the 6th Duke's Handbook, and it's a book he wrote in the form of a letter to his niece. And it's an account of every room and how it got to be how it was in his time, what changes he made.
It's a highly individual insight into his vision for the house.
His personality definitely
He's so
comes
modest.
out, doesn't it? Modest, but also fun. I mean,
Yes.
sense of fun and enjoyment.
And he absolutely loved this place, didn't he?
Yes, he obviously adored it.
Mm. And there are quite a lot of illustrations. This is by an artist called Hunt, and this is of the library. Before he changed it, he ran out of space, so he needed to put a gallery up here, and so that's what we see in the room. And so this watercolour is very interesting for us because we can see the transition between picture gallery and the final library.
Most generations of Cavendishes have left a record of what they've achieved at Chatsworth, and the 12th Duke and Duchess are no different.
We have started, and with some of the rooms, and written down messages and notes and details of what we've done.
And it's all the interiors are recorded photographically before we change anything and after. So that's a start.
It's so important to write all this down because otherwise it's lost. I mean, the particular attention to detail, I think, is so important to write down. Like the lamps here are made by your niece.
Yes, so that makes it a bit more interesting.
And yes, and personal too.
Yes.
While the Duke and Duchess mull their record for future Cavendishes, gamekeeper Steve is dealing with the here and now. It's 6 a.m. and dawn's breaking over the estate. He's received disturbing reports about the fallow deer rut overnight.
Potentially, one of the bucks has been aggressive towards sheep and has in fact killed 2, we believe. Without seeing it ourselves, we're not entirely sure, so we're going to go and check that out now. The hope is it was just a bit of a freak thing. We can't really explain it. The bucks can get aggressive and could stab the sheep in frustration. It is quite unusual, but not unheard of.
If one of the bucks has gone rogue, it may have to be shot before it kills more valuable sheep or even attacks the public. Steve is joined by deer manager Rob.
Rob will guide us into some fallow deer, hopefully.
Rob is an expert tracker, and they must use the cover of darkness and almost complete silence to get close to the herd.
We can hear the buck calling, and he's in this open country here, and we want to get to the open country whilst it's still dark, so as it comes by, so it doesn't see us approach. The one we can hear now, we don't think's the culprit. There's another stand below the bank, a bit further on, which will be another buck holding that area, and that's where the sheep have been killed.
Stalking deer in the early morning is in the blood for Steve.
I've been head keeper for 15 years. My father was head keeper. My wife is the underkeeper, and her father's 5th generation gamekeeper. So it's in the family.
By the time it gets light, they are in a position to spot the potentially aggressive buck. Right in the middle of a sheep grazing area.
Just going into view now, you'll just see him now. The main buck.
Fallow deer are a smaller species than red. Rather than stags and hinds, males are called bucks and females does.
Probably the sheep killer. He's 5 years plus. He could be 6, 7 years old, this buck here.
The buck is clearly dominant, determined to defend his territory against all incomers.
Both sheep were killed just yards behind where the fallow was grunting.
The evidence is stacking up. Steve and Rob must check that no more sheep have been killed, or it could be the end of the road for this buck.
Doesn't look like anything else has happened, so not a serial killer. Probably just a one-off or a two-off.
This morning, the buck is in the clear. But every sheep counts at Chatsworth. Lambs go directly from field to fork via the estate's farm shop. To guarantee this cash flow, the cycle of life must continue. Out in the pastures, love is in the air.
It's mating season now at Chatsworth, and we're bringing the female ewes in.
Assistant farm manager Jack and the shepherds can't leave the future of the flock to chance. It's their job to make sure every ewe gets pregnant.
So as you can see, all these ewes with yellow marks on have already been mated.
There are 10 rams with the flock, known as tops.
It looks like out of that group of 600, there might be 150, 200 yellow bums already. I think the tops have been quite busy.
The team monitored just how busy the tops have been with a simple colour-coding device.
So here I've got the raddles, the harnesses for the tops. So this is a harness here, and it sits on the ram, and a crayon sits on this pad here. And as the ram mates with a ewe, it rubs the yellow crayon onto the ewe's bum, and that's why a percentage of these ewes have already got a mark on them.
This coloured mark will remain on each ewe until she gives birth. The colour of the crayon on the top's harness is changed every 5 days, meaning that the team can pinpoint precisely when every ewe will give birth.
It's better for the welfare of the ewes. We're taking better care of them. We're watching over them a lot more often to make sure that the ewes are healthy and the lambs themselves are healthy as well.
All the ewes with yellow marks will be among the first batch of new mums come spring.
Today we're going to change this yellow crayon to a red crayon so we can determine which ewes are going to lamb within the second 5 days.
Now the team need to switch the coloured crayons attached to each randy ram from yellow to red, which is just as straightforward as it sounds.
So as you can see, he just slips the yellow crayon off and then slips the red one back into the casing. That's him done.
The next ram they catch is a little more compliant.
So now for the next 5 days, all the ewes that he mates with will be red. So it's supposed to be as easy as that.
Just a couple more rams to catch.
That big one. So, finally. Success. Last 2 to change. Good sport for rugby players. That's the last one.
All the tops will now sport red crayons for 5 days, until the next colour change. It's been a good day's work for the team.
Yeah, you'll just walk all the ewes back to the field now, and the tops will go away and do their business, and then they'll be in and they'll change to blue.
At the far end of Chatsworth's north wing is the Belvedere Tower, home to one of the house's best-kept secrets.
So these stairs lead to Chatsworth Theatre.
York University student Louise is writing her PhD thesis on the history of Chatsworth's theatre.
Can't tell you how unusual it is to have a theatre in a country house like this.
Originally built as a ballroom by the 6th Duke, it was converted in the late 19th century.
The reason this theatre is here is really just down to the 8th Duke's wife, Duchess Louise. She was like the hostess with the mostess. She was the best thing at throwing parties. And this is her status symbol.
The theatre became famous for extravagant productions and a mecca for high society guests.
It was so packed, there were 300 people in this room, and seats were at a premium. It did look far more grand and spectacular than what you see now. You've got to imagine that on the ceiling are these incredibly lush, beautiful paintings and all the empty panels that you can see. And then when everybody's taken their seats, the band is situated right here. Curtain goes up, performance begins.
Not everyone at Chatsworth is quite so enthusiastic about the theatre.
The theatre is a fairly traumatic place for me. When I was a very small child, there was always children's parties there every year, and the entertainer asked by name for me to come up on the stage, and of course, inevitably, be humiliated.
And now I understand. I didn't know that story, and I really understand why you don't like partaking.
So the theatre, apart from that, has good memories.
Louise's research allows her to plunder the Chatsworth archives for more information.
One of the amazing things that they have are these lists of house parties, and they're all handwritten and absolutely tiny. And this one from 1901, if we're really careful and open it up, right at the top there, lists HRH, Prince of Wales, who went on to become King Edward VII. And opposite him, written right here, is Mrs. Keppel, who I believe was the King's mistress. So that's a bit gossipy.
So I've got your box, Louise.
Thank you.
Assistant Archivist Aidan has discovered a new box in the stores to help Louise with her thesis.
Aidan, what are we looking at? Oh, Chatsworth House Theatre. What's tickets?
Tickets is tickets.
But theatre tickets? Don't even. No, it can't be. This must be something else. This would be too good. There's tickets for the gallery, 1903. It feels like Christmas. Better than Christmas. This is 1904! Sorry, this is too exciting.
So is this the peak of the Chatsworth Theatre?
I think so, yeah.
In 1904, the theatre scored the ultimate social accolade, a visit from King Edward VII, who brought his wife this time. They watched a performance of Cinderella and the Magic Slipper. The ticket gives Louise a direct link to this historic event.
And they put on a really big show, and there's loads of press, there's loads of coverage, it's really exciting. They get special scenery made and brought up from London, like to connect the kind of stories of it, oh yeah, that happened in history, with a very boring, throwaway, quotidian-y thing that would have connected you directly to the person sitting in that audience watching the show. I mean, I think anyone would be excited, wouldn't they? I think so.
High above the house, there's excitement building of another kind. The hunting tower has been rented by a wedding party.
So our best friend's wedding.
My cousin's wedding.
Yeah. Our best friend's wedding. A long-awaited wedding as well, because it's been planned for what feels like forever.
Chatsworth's in-house florist Dawn is on hand with bridal bouquets harvested from the cutting garden.
This one just needs a little bit of a top-up with the water.
Of course, I'll go and do that now.
Yeah, so there's just a little pot. All right.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
The ceremony will be held in the old stables. After a terrible year for weddings, at last function supervisor Hazel has something to celebrate.
Today we actually have a wedding. Yay! It's the first wedding that we've actually been able to do since lockdown, so it's actually really, really exciting. And so we're just putting the finishing touches onto the table for the wedding breakfast.
It may be a wedding day, but sadly, it's not wedding weather.
So I've just been and found 2 of our Chatsworth umbrellas, just because, just in case it's still raining later on when they do go into the garden, just a little bit of protection for them.
And back at the hunting tower, bride Emma emerges into a bracing Derbyshire breeze.
Amazing. Her mum made that dress, so it's even more special, isn't it? So the husband-to-be is about to arrive.
In a break from tradition, groom Tom can't wait to get a first glimpse of his bride.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dear. It's too much emotion.
Tom and Emma may be ready to get hitched. But it's Hazel who has hit another hitch.
I can't find the music. This is awful. Why can't I find music on here? Nope, can't find it. Playlists. Nope. Welcome ceremony, there we go, found it. Okay, now I've just got to try and figure out the Bluetooth.
The guests go into the ceremony, and even at a socially distanced wedding, the groom can still kiss the bride.
I'll say cheese.
The new Mr. and Mrs. Thackstone are feeling the Chatsworth love.
I think we've got a bit of a connection to the place, haven't we? We always love coming here together.
No, we know we'll be coming back, and it'll be just a nice memory that we got married here.
Straight to me, guys. Just quick. Here we go. Stay there.
Far removed from the romance of a Chatsworth wedding is the 2,000-acre moorland. A very special flock of sheep has been rounded up by Shepherd Ben and assistant farm manager Jack.
We've got 13 ewes and 9 lambs. They're going over to the farmyard today. Farmyard's going to look after them from now onwards, so I think me and Ben are probably quite happy about that.
Well, they'll give them a bit more attention and mollycoddle them a bit.
The flock are Jacobs, believed to be the oldest sheep breed in the world.
They're a nice sheep to look at. They're not very nice to handle, because with the horns and everything. First came on the estate just over 250 years ago, the first ones, when they were a very rare breed. Nobody sees them up here.
Go on, little fella.
The Jacobs are moving to the farmyard, one of Chatsworth's most popular attractions.
As easy as that.
The farmyard usually welcomes over 200,000 visitors each year. It's an all-inclusive home for many breeds, from heavy horses to guinea pigs.
See you later, guys!
And now it has a new manager. Melissa left an urban farm near Birmingham, moving her whole family to start a new rural life on the estate.
The first time I came to Chatsworth was for my interview. So I came once for my interview, we came to have a look at the house, and the next time we came with our removal lorry.
Today, the Duke and Duchess have dropped in to see how Melissa's adjusting to life on the farmyard.
Good morning.
Morning, morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good. Are you settling in all right?
Yes, yeah, so we absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful where we are down at Bridge Farm. The deer are mesmerising.
It's the rutting season at the moment, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, so they're roaring.
They're roaring, so my children thought there was a werewolf out in the forest. It's like nothing else I've ever heard.
No, it's
really lovely.
So how are things? I hear you're going to get involved with the Jacobs. Will people be able to see them?
For the first time, we're going to be selling animal food, so the public will be able to go in and pop their hands through the fence and feed our sheep.
I think it would be great for children to hand feed
It encourages
sheep.
the animals to come closer as well and to come to the people.
The Jacobs arrive just in time for half-term. The farmyard missed the busy spring season this year, so Melissa needs to make autumn a success.
Yeah, good so far. We're nearly there.
Go on, keep coming. That way a bit.
We have the Jacob sheep arriving. We're all so excited this morning.
That way now.
Melissa's really settled in so quickly and
Yes.
so well, and
Yes.
they've got some lovely ideas about what to do for half-term, new animals, different animals, and I'm sure it'll be great fun, and that's the idea, is that people should come here and really enjoy themselves.
And when half-term arrives, the Jacobs are a big hit with visitors.
I've got some animal food. I'm going to feed some animals.
Which ones?
Sheeps and goats.
I didn't even realise how much of a city life we had until we came over here. And the excitement they had when they saw like sheep and cows. And I'm like, we've seen sheep and cows, but no, they are city children. I've just realised that now. They loved it, absolutely loved it.
The Jacob sheep have done really well, and they're starting to get used to having such a lot of people around. I think the future of the farmyard looks good.
As 2020 draws to a close, thoughts at Chatsworth turn to future generations.
It's a bit like the Seven Dwarfs going to work and led by King Dwarf up front.
The forestry team, led by head forester John, are planting 25,000 new trees.
This is what a Douglas fir looks like before it grows into a massive, amazing tree. It's quite satisfying, actually, to touch. One of my favourites.
Hopefully, then in 20 years' time, we'll come in and thin these young trees out and get them growing on to be nice big bank of mature trees like on the opposite side there, which we can harvest in 60 or 70 years' time. Well, I say we, probably won't be me, unless there's been some real advances in medical science.
It's satisfying to look back on what you've done today. It gives me a really happy kind of feeling. Even in just kind of 3, 4, 5 years' time, this site will look different. And then 20 years' time, the site's going to be, well, I think I'd describe it as magnificent. You'll have trees that are taller than us. It will look like, I suppose it's almost a bit like a teenage forest, really, but without the mood swings.
And while the foresters leave their legacy in Chatsworth's woodlands, in the garden, tens of thousands of plants need to be bedded in before winter arrives.
Good afternoon.
Hello. The Duke and Duchess are creating a new garden, Arcadia, to be enjoyed by their 3 children, 10 grandchildren, and of course, all their visitors. It's their legacy for future Dukes and Duchesses of Devonshire.
OK, are you going to do some planting, or are we just going to chit-chat?
I love gardening. The Duke knows more about the individual plants. He's the one who knows all the Latin names and everything. But I love the manual work in a garden. I like pruning, and I like digging, and then seeing the results. I mean, it's an exciting hobby, gardening. I mean, all this planting here, it'll be for a long time. I mean, it'll be not just our generation, but the next generation, and hopefully the next. It's going to look magnificent, and I'm thrilled to bits. In years to come, I hope people will think there was a lot of thought put into this garden and the way we've designed it, and people are able to enjoy it.
Chatsworth has faced the most difficult year in its 5 centuries of history. Forced to stay closed in spring.
I thought we were not opening.
The heady days of summer brought much-needed relief.
Lords eat your heart out. Not a bad setting, though, is it?
Good morning! Good morning!
And a welcome reopening.
We're very pleased that we're able to open. This is what Chatsworth is all about.
It means everything. We've worked so hard to get this right.
Welcome back to Chatsworth.
There were invasions to battle, both human.
There are a few people jumping out of trees into the river.
And animal.
Oh, get out, sir.
Do you remember we saw a blackbird with a green grape in its beak extended as far as it could go, just disappearing out?
Life got back to normal. The new normal.
It's really cool.
Which meant maintaining the grand old lady.
Looking for any damage, most of the sills are peeling away.
And by autumn,
A little bit breezy.
the focus turned to innovation to keep the business evolving.
At the moment, it's quite a slightly damp, brown tent, and by the time they're finished, out of 2 trestle tables and a slightly squishy floor will come some sort of magic.
Through it all, the Chatsworth spirit has triumphed.
We do have a fantastic team here, the best in the world without any doubt. I mean, everywhere you look, we've got fantastic people who always go beyond the call of, go the extra mile.
But what about the future for this national treasure?
200 or 300 years' time, Chatsworth will still be here. People will still be coming, getting that special tingle when they arrive and just really, really enjoying it. It'll still be the same. It'll be here forever. It's amazing.
Well, I think we're really excited. We've got so many ideas. We've had plenty with all the team, we've had plenty of time to think.
I would like to think there will always be a Duke and Duchess because that's what makes Chatsworth Chatsworth. They are Duke and Duchess, but they're still the people that make it all possible.
I think we'll play a bigger part in the community. I think that we will become more accessible. Our audience, I hope, will become more diverse. We'll make a big effort to make sure that that happens. I think that the future is thrilling.